Hello and welcome to the Love Thy Nerd Pulse, a podcast where we have conversations with Love Thy Nerd staff, missionaries, and high-level volunteers to dig into and discover what we are reading, watching, playing, and experiencing in nerd culture. LTN Pulse is a part of the Love Thy Nerd podcast network. And I am your host, Luke, running solo host tonight, just because we've got two special guests. We were recently on our Love Thy Nerd mission trip to Gen Con, and we've got Ethan and Phillip, both two of our missionaries on the Love Thy Nerd trip to Gen Con. We worked in several places there. We'll hear more from them. But I am super excited. We miss Michael, but I'm super excited to have these guys on the podcast. So thank you for being here. Let's start with Ethan. In no particular order. Ethan, tell us just a little bit about yourself. How'd you end up in LTN?
Yeah. So I've actually followed Love Thy Nerd for a few years. One of my buddies in my clan in RuneScape actually introduced me to Lux Church. And from that, I found Love Thy Nerd, but I really didn't participate. I just kind of watched from the sidelines. And last year I went to Gen Con for the first time, spent a day there. I thought it was really cool, really fun. But over the last year, I felt more like I could do more with going down there and having a purpose. And talking to one of my friends again in my RuneScape clan, they mentioned it. So I went back, looked at the Love Thy Nerd Facebook and Discord groups, and then started talking with Joe about it. And
nice.
After praying with my wife, we decided it would be a really great experience to do this. So I signed up and went to Gen Con for the first time with Love Thy Nerd.
Nice. So that was your first Gen Con experience? Or
this was my second.
Okay.
But the first one I went last year and was only there for about 8 hours.
Okay.
And
I mean, that's enough sometimes.
I really enjoyed it. I wanted to stay longer, but I only had a badge for Thursday. So,
yeah, very cool. Phillip, tell us a little bit about yourself. And
hi.
How'd you end up here?
Yeah, I'm Phillip Bonzer. I'm from Kansas City. And yes, I do like all the Kansas City things. Go Chiefs. Nice. How did I get involved with Love Thy Nerd? Well, it all started back when I was a little. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, I'll take it back to the beginning.
Right, we're taking it back. Actually, I am kind of taking it back. Yeah. So, for those of you local to the Kansas City area, you guys have probably heard of a local area convention called FBC GameCon. Every month, I run a game night at our church, and we have free pizza, free soda for everybody to come enjoy and play games, of course. And we decided, about 10 years ago or so, to try on this whole convention thing. And back then, we didn't partner with it, but we celebrated International Tabletop Day, if you guys remember that, of the Geek and Sundry days. And we started getting bigger over the years, and so big, in fact, that we started calling it FBC GameCon, calling it our own convention, our own mini convention, we would call it. It's still a mini convention. We still get about 300 people or so over the course of 2 days. But I mean, still, for a free convention, you get a free game just by walking in the door. Like, it's hard to say no to that.
Yeah.
And we've built this community for a very long time, and part of that community was Love Thy Nerd. 2 years ago, Joe Bragg decided to come down and be one of our sponsors. I think it was at the time, I think it was Christian Board Gamers that was the sponsor, but Love Thy Nerd was definitely very much involved at that time. And so I got to learn about it, and I'm like, whoa, I've been doing this for the last 10 years. Like, this is right up my alley. I love this a lot. And so Joe came again this year, and I got to really thinking and praying about how I might be able to, better serve God. I mean, I've been doing it locally every month for the last 10 or so years, How can I do this maybe in a broader spectrum? And so I got to thinking about it, and I initially thought maybe Gen Con would work for me, but I decided against it initially.
Yeah.
This is gets really interesting real quick.
Oh
So
boy.
bear with me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I decided against Gen Con initially because I knew it was a big convention. I knew it was, going to be, it's a sprawling convention for those of you who have ever gone. So I was just going to go to enjoy it myself for selfish reasons. I was going to go mostly to enjoy all the Dungeon Crawler Carl stuff. But
Yeah.
for those of you that tried to get into any Dungeon Crawler Carl anything, that got booked up real fast. And I was
It
so
did.
distraught, I canceled my tickets. I literally paid the $10 or whatever to cancel. But God opened the door for me. Joe called me up. Bezier Games needed help, and he thought of me right away because I had been talking to him about it already. And he's like, "We need you," and I'm like, "God, if this isn't a sign, I don't know what is." So, I came to Gen Con this year as a missionary for Love Thy Nerd, and I couldn't be happier. It was such a wonderful experience, and I'm so glad I got to do it.
Yeah, I'm glad both of you guys got to come along. Obviously, two very different stories, kind of leading in that way. But man, I've been doing conventions with LTN since 2021 when they got back to meeting in person after the pandemic. And Gen Con at the time, I want to say was like half of the attendance because it was like there were people, they were requiring vaccinations and like all sorts of stuff that just kept people away. And so it was only like 40,000 instead of like 80,000.
Yeah.
And like they didn't use the whole hall or anything, but like that was still as a first. Philip, I didn't ask, was this your first Gen Con?
Oh no, this is my fourth. My first
so
Gen Con
yeah.
was the 50th anniversary back in I think it was 2017. Yeah. That was a hoot.
Yeah. That's wild. Cause so my first Gen Con ever was or my first convention, I think, was Gen Con, and I was demoing games, much like we were this past one. And so it was just like drinking out of a fire hose, like for the first experience. And so I'm glad you guys had at least a little bit of experience under your belts. You knew a little bit of what to expect. But the like demoing and serving aspect of it, was that kind of what you expected? What was the overall experience of like a mission trip to a convention like that?
Do you want
Phillip,
me to go?
you could go. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go.
I was seeing who would take it, but
yeah. So I have actually never been on a mission trip until this time.
Oh,
this was
wow.
my very first mission trip. Yeah. So I went into it with both feet in. Like I knew I wasn't going to be there for pleasure. I wasn't going to be there because it was fun necessarily. Although if fun was to be had, I was definitely more than welcome. Well, I was welcome. I would welcome it. There we go. Bleh.
Yeah.
But what I went into it knowing full well that I was going to be representing something much greater than myself, and therefore I wanted to put my best foot forward, make sure that people were welcomed at the table as I was teaching them Warp 99 or Zombie Princess or Haunted Mouse. But it was actually fairly easy, I felt, because everybody that came to the table wanted to learn. And I could tell pretty much right away the people who didn't want to learn, they'd avoid eye contact or whatever. But the people that were at the table, they legitimately wanted to learn, and I had a great amount of fun just teaching them. Got a lot of good laughs, especially with people that knew each other that came to the table. If there could be trash talk, then I definitely welcomed it, and so it was pretty fun. Yeah.
That's one of the best parts of like being able to demo like that. You can make it your own. You can have fun with it. And if you're having fun, the people you're demoing are having fun, and like that just really helps out our like the people, our partners in this space, the people that we're there to love and serve. So that's cool. I didn't know that was your just first ever mission trip. Now you can't do anything else.
That's it.
You're just
this is all I'm doing. Yeah, I'm locked in.
Yeah,
that's it.
Ethan, what about you?
Yeah. So I kind of went in like I'd heard what we were expected to do and all that, and I went in actually really nervous. Most people who know me know I don't really enjoy talking to strangers, being in large groups, being around people in general. Yeah. So I was excited to be there, but also very apprehensive at first.
Yeah.
And then learning a game that I had never really even heard of or looked at before to be able to teach. But then going in, and a lot of what Phillip said, I can echo. You could tell the people who wanted to be there and who wanted to learn and play. Yeah. And that was just a lot of fun. And getting to teach the games, sit down with some of those people as they were playing and have some side conversations. And learning more than just the game that I was set to learn, because we had some special events we ended up working with. So picking up a few new games on the fly. And it definitely was a much more enjoyable, much better experience than going just as a normal attendee. But then the experience of sharing what I enjoy about board games, getting to teach people, and just watching other people enjoy playing definitely gave me a lot of that fuel to go through the whole weekend, because it's an exhausting weekend.
Yeah.
But definitely never going to be able to do Gen Con just as an attendee again.
Yeah.
Excited for next year. I'm already ready to go.
Yeah, let's go.
So.
Yeah, I can't remember who I was telling, but somebody on the trip, I was saying, like, I don't know, like, now if for whatever reason tomorrow LTN ceased to exist, like, I don't know what I would do at a con. Like, I would still hit up Bezier. I would call Allplay and be like, hey, can you just get me in? Like, can I come help you guys? I will work for free. I'll sleep on the streets. Like, just let me in. I just want to help, because, you know, we've got those relationships that I can go talk to, but Gen Con is just so busy where you hardly get to sit down and play things. You get to, you know, just because you're constantly, if you're a publisher, constantly pitching, constantly selling games, it's wild. It's a wild experience. So I don't know what I would do if I wasn't working in a booth. I guess they do events there. I don't know.
Yeah, they do. That was the allure for me. And you can imagine my dismay when I didn't get any of my events, like zero, none, you know, so I was just so distraught.
Yeah.
But I will say this, to Ethan's point of the anxiety of teaching complete strangers. I definitely, like I said, I've been doing this for easily close to 10 years, probably more than that, honestly, if I'm being honest with myself, probably, well over 10 years at this point. And even I, going into it, had a little bit of anxiety. And I had this thought go through my head, and it just happened on a Sunday morning just before going to church too. So it was really good timing. I had this moment of like, Phillip, what do you think you can do for this? Like, you've never done this before. What makes you think you have the ability to do this? Right. And so I was feeling pretty down, you know, and then I went to church, and then wouldn't you know it, a missionary gave a presentation at our church. And during that presentation, I forget exactly what they said, but it clicked. I was like, you dummy. Like, Phillip, you've been doing this for over 10 years. God has prepared you for this. He's opened this door for you. Go and teach. And so I was so invigorated from that. And I came at it with with that same level of intensity. Or at least I hope I did.
Yeah.
I felt like I did. Um,
Hmm.
and I just kept it. I just kept going. And I feel like I still could, I
Yeah.
don't feel like I like exhausted myself or anything like that. Although the days were exhausting, I will say,
Yeah.
just because I'm definitely a sit down job worker person. I
Sure.
don't stand
Yeah.
for my job, so
Mhm.
standing for 8 hours a day is, it's a little rough if you're
Yep.
not used to that. But
And
I've been
then
through a lot worse being in Boy
walking like
Scouts.
for
Oh yeah.
miles and yeah.
Oh yeah. I've been on many hike in Boy
Yep.
Scouts, so like I've been through a lot worse. So
Yeah.
just standing in place for 8 hours a day,
Oh yeah, that's
I could, Philip, you could do that. So and it was so worth it. Seeing the
yeah.
smiles on everybody's faces,
Yeah, man.
after learning a game, and although not specifically my reasoning for it, but like they would come by later and say, "Hey, we bought the game. We're going to play tonight." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Great! I'm so
That's super
happy.
cool.
Mhm.
I'm so glad."
Yeah.
But yeah, I would get people like even like the following day, like people would come by and say, "Hi, hi, oh hi,"
Yeah.
and they'd give me an update, even though I was not expecting one,
Sure.
So they just felt like they wanted to. So
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. And so speaking to both of what you've said, I don't know, like not a lot of people know this because I can turn it on and off, but I'm a pretty big introvert myself. And so same anxieties like going into it at the very beginning. I was terrified. Um, and it's something about just like finding your groove in that and just like making it fun for yourself and for others. You just lose track of time. And so Philip, you're probably scaring people that are thinking about going on a mission trip. We're like standing for 8 hours. Like what? That's crazy. Well, first of all, it should never be 8 hours. It should be like not no more than 4 or 5 hours. There was a special occasion where we did some full-time shifts, but it was worth it. And we'll go into that here in a bit. But like it just flies by. The day flies by. And my first, I still remember the first game I ever demoed at a Gen Con was the Fast and the Furious game from Funko Games when they were still around. And I can say it now, like it was not a great game. Like it was fine, but it's not like, a haunted mouse that is like clever. And, it was just like one of those fun, over the top, like, oh, do you want to do something silly? Like launch your car off of your teammate's car and into a helicopter and then jump out into another car. Well, you could do that. And so, it's just like making that huge experience for people doing, going above and beyond. But like finding that hook for me I was just like, hey, you guys like family games? Like this game's all about family, And they're all like, ha ha ha, like, okay, yeah, I get it. And they would draw them in and like, man, I sold so many copies of those games. Sorry for whoever owns one still to this day, because I don't. But no, like I will never forget that experience and like just like bringing joy to people that are just there with their families and they want to have a good time. And so just the easy way to share the love of Jesus is just by being positive, encouraging, and like loving people by doing something as simple as demoing a game. And it just breaks you out of your shell. So if you got any concerns, it like once you get into it, it washes away. Like that's all I'll say. I'm glad you guys felt the same way. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
So
I'll echo that the time flew by.
Yeah.
By the time, we were like the day was over, I'm like, it is? Like I knew time was elapsing,
Yeah.
I went on lunch break, so I knew, there was like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it got to the end of the day, I'm like, is that all? I could do more.
I mean, yeah. It gets to the end of the show hours, like the show floor closes, and then the rest of your day starts. So we're still at the. Let's see. If it closes at 6, we're there till it's like another 6 hours that we're there, playing games and having dinner with people and having conversations. And so,
Time just flew. It really flew.
Yeah.
One of the things I liked was the all play events they had in the evenings because it was a much smaller group.
Mm.
I was able to just sit and play, teach games like pinatas, and have fun conversation while doing it. During the show hours when you're teaching, I was teaching Container, and that's a big, heavy game.
Mm-hmm.
You can still have those conversations, but it's a lot harder. It's louder. It's busier. So I enjoyed those evening events, and I think that's why each of the nights, like the one night I was on shift and I opted to stay.
Nice.
The other night I was not on shift and I had an event, ticketed event late in the evening, and I'm like, I'll still go back 'cause I want to just hang out, meet more people, teach games.
Yeah. That's cool. Like you really find those opportunities and kind of just like where you enjoy being. And going into these things, if people have questions of like, well, what do we do? Like, where's the ministry in this? It's like, well, when we're in the booth, that's I call it our foot washing mission. Like we're there to wash feet. There's nothing glorious about it. Sometimes it's smelly, but we're there to like serve them in the way that these publishers need serving. And then in the evenings, or like whenever you're not on shift, like go like be where you want to be. If you want to stand in line to get the Dungeon Crawler Carl, like just a photo with the statue that was in there, like go stand in line to get a photo with the statue that was in there, because you're going to have other people around you waiting in line for the same thing. And you're locked in for the next 30 minutes with these people, or that's pretty short, but you're locked in for a long time with these people and can typically have some good conversations there. As well as like, I want to go back to this all play event because I just had such good conversations there. Like you could do that. And that's where God's going to use us is where we like being. You don't have to go do something you don't want to. It's like, I know nothing about Magic the Gathering. I'm going to go try to witness to these guys. It's like, they're going to cast you out so fast. Like, you guys like Pokemon? It's like, okay, get out. But yeah, no, I'm really encouraged that you guys were encouraged through it all and found your place. Do you guys have a favorite game that you demoed?
Ooh.
I guess Ethan, it was the stuff at night, maybe.
So the ones that I was demoing, I demoed 3 games throughout the course of Gen Con. Container, which I absolutely loved playing. It's a really great game. It's heavy. It took a minute to learn.
Mm-hmm.
My lament with that one is I don't have enough people to play it myself.
Yeah.
Because my wife, it's not her style game, and we both acknowledge that. It's not necessarily my style, but I'd play it.
Yeah.
But I really loved Pinatas. Super quick, easy trick-taking game. I loved it so much I picked it up.
Nice.
And then French Toast, actually.
Oh,
I also picked that one up, and that one was a hard one. And each of the groups that came through that did play it, it took a round or two before it liked and people got it. But that is such a fun one. I actually took it. I bought a copy and then took it when we went camping the following week so that I could play with my wife and in-laws, and we had a good time.
I love French Toast.
It's a good one.
So being in Kansas City, I'm right next to the All Play headquarters in their cave they have.
Yeah.
And earlier this year, they had a board game night in their cave. And so, of course, I'm going.
Yeah.
And so one of their staff got to teach us French Toast. And he literally opened it out of the shrink and got it all ready for us and demoed it to us. And we played that for the rest of the night after that. It was great. I love French Toast.
Yeah. Yeah. All Play makes some good stuff, man.
Oh, yeah.
And like the partners that we have in the space, like All Play, Bezier, Dice Throne, Keymaster, like they just, I don't know why we keep getting paired with these like great publishers, but man, they don't quit. They're great. Philip, what did you have a favorite game you demoed? You mentioned the 3 that we did, but
oh man, I've been tossing this back and forth in my head because because people would ask me this actually, like, what's your favorite game here? And at Bezier Games booth, people that would come up, and usually I would tell them Haunted Mouse, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I've just had the most belly laughter with people with that game. People think that they're about to, go out and end the round, and no, they don't. Somebody else played a trap, and then the other person goes out first, and man, I guess I'll get the second place amount of cheese.
Or they forget there's a bait in front of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like, you're not done yet.
Frankly, I loved all three of the games a lot. Warp 99 was great as well. I would teasingly say this is the game you play in between larger games, like when you're playing 2 games of Twilight Imperium and you need something to split it up. One person even elaborated on it. Well, you're going from one galaxy to the other with Warp 99, so that's why.
Yeah.
But
smart,
But I love that. Zombie Princess was great too. Oh yeah. Oh man, I had a lot of trash talk with Zombie Princess. Especially when you're handing cards to the player on your left or right. Like, you're giving me the best cards, right? Yeah, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah.
Here, enjoy these cards. I didn't need them.
This pile of trash. Right? So had a lot of fun, but by far, I will say Haunted Mouse had the most belly laughter out of.
Yeah.
And so much so that I actually taught it this last weekend too.
Nice.
I went to a retreat hosted by Bill Ivey, name drop, in Kansas City area. Which you definitely, if you guys get the chance to go to it, you should try. It's
Meeple-a-thon.
Yeah. He's with Meeple-a-thon, but this wasn't Meeple-a-thon. This was something else entirely. He called it the all-inclusive Christian board game retreat.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if that name's going to stick.
Christian board gamer retreat that Joe hosts, but heavily inspired.
It's not the Game Changer.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping to go to that too. But anyway, went to that this last weekend and taught all 3 games again because I love them so much.
Yeah.
And again,
that's always nice.
Had some great belly laughs with Haunted Mouse. So I gotta say it's Haunted Mouse.
Yeah. No, I haven't gone into it from my point of view, but I also worked in the Bezier booth, and I would say Haunted Mouse was my favorite. It's just it's simple enough to pick up pretty quickly. You might need a couple turns to get the hang of why is there bait? What's a trap? What's a meld? There's a lot of terms, but Haunted Mouse is probably one of the only games where I use all the correct terms in that game. Sorcerer City, the money is literally just called money. It's not gold. It's not
you have 12 money.
It's just weird because I'm I don't want to just say I have 5 money. It's no, I'm calling it gold. And there's other things that, terms you make up for, but no, dude, I was so sold in on that. It's this is a meld. It's different than a trap. This is why. And it's sets and runs and so
I think we literally have a picture of you literally doing that pose.
Probably. Man, we had so many people taking videos and pictures. It was great. But yeah, it was our first year working with Bezier. I loved Haunted Mouse. I love Cat in the Box is one of my favorite games from them. The Game Makers looks incredible. Bill Ivey's got some articles out on that, an unboxing and a review that I think dropped already at the time that this goes live.
I think it was last.
Well, he did
a week or 2 ago.
I don't know if it's out yet. It should be out. Okay. So go to our website, find it, look up the Game Makers.
Game Makers is an amazing game. Love playing it.
I still have yet to try it, but it was our first.
I've been drooling all over it the whole convention. Still haven't learned it yet. I want to so bad.
Come to Indiana, visit me. We'll have a game night and play.
All right. I'm going right now.
I'll meet you up there.
See you
I'm
later.
not far. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's pause this and then we'll pick up live when
right.
from the same place.
And we're back.
Man, that was a great game. That was wonderful.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. Man, you were so close, Ethan, at the very end, but I took it away.
No, how dare you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, Phillip, I can't believe you came in second place right after me.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, well, in the second place amount of points, but no.
No. But no, that game looks legit. I have yet to play it. It's on Board Game Arena, but I kind of want to play it physically first because the components and everything in it just look amazing.
Oh,
agreed.
I've played it on Board Game Arena more, but when I unboxed it and opened it up, I was like amazed at how cool it was. It's also the biggest.
Booth at the Bezier booth at Gen Con, they had like their marketing video for that game was the most meta thing I've ever seen because they're advertising a board game where you make board game, like produce board games, and their marketing for it was the video of that board game being produced. And and it would like show you the step on the board game where it's just like, oh, now we're going to like package it up and like shrink wrap it. And then it, like on the board that we're going to place our piece here. And then it would show you that game being packaged. And you're just like, this is so cool, but my brain hurts, but I want more.
Board gameception?
Yeah.
I think that is my biggest box game that I own right now. Actually, Luthier Deluxe might be bigger, but look and see.
Yeah, I don't have it, but it would be my largest box as well, unless you count if I stacked all my dice thrown up.
You could make an actual dice throne out of that.
Oh, I could.
There you go.
Wow.
So the 50th year anniversary of Gen Con, they literally did that. They had a board game throne.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I had a few people I took a picture of it with my friend on it, and you could win that whole pile of games that you were sitting on it.
That's
the funny
cool.
part.
That's wild.
Yeah, we didn't win it, but it was good.
Yeah. That's super cool. But yeah, so back to Bezier real quick. It was Asia's first time at Gen Con as well. Asia's my wife, and I was a little bit worried about her. We've gone to smaller like family cons. I think the largest one she's been to is like around 1,000 people. And so going to one between 70 and 80,000 people and then demoing for 8 hours, I was like, she's never going to want to come back with me. But no, she loved it. She loved Haunted Mouse as well.
Yeah.
That was definitely the hot game for all of us, it sounds like. And no, she really, really, really enjoyed it. And the people we worked with were great as well. So yeah, definitely looking forward to working with them again. I guarantee it'll happen. All Play is one of our peeps as well. We work with them all the time. So if you're listening to this and you're like, man, I missed on these opportunities to work with some cool companies, we're doing it again. So don't you worry.
Yeah.
Outside of demoing, did you guys have any, this is a loaded question. Did you guys have any fun? Like, what were some things you played or did that didn't really have anything to do with that? Yeah.
So on Saturday, remember we got pizza that day. We were at the
I remember that
JW
day.
Ballroom. Yeah, it was hard to forget that day. It took us a while to get there, but we got there. Yeah. Too soon.
Word of advice to the listeners and watchers: when you split up, like if you're in a group and you come up with a plan and you split up like 3 different ways, don't change the plan. Just like commit to it, even if it falls apart, and you'll be better for it. So
yeah,
learn from our mistake.
I will say we did the Gen Con 1K.
Yeah.
It was a big loop and we made it back. But anyway, later that evening, or was it? I think it was that. Yeah, I think it was that evening. Tom Vassell started coming around.
Yeah.
As he does, which is super cool. It's so cool to see someone so humble that they don't feel like they're so far above us that they can't come and say hello to us mere peons, But he eventually came around to our table.
Yeah.
And for those of you that watch the Dice Tower, Tom Vassell's a big Hearts fan. And so he therefore loves Rebel Princess.
Mm-hmm.
But Zombie Princess is based on spades, and he does not like spades, and therefore doesn't like Zombie Princess. So literally on the way up, on the drive up, I told my buddy Daniel, I said, Daniel, if we get the chance to talk to Tom, I'm going to pitch him Zombie Princess.
Yeah.
And so I did. I was like, Tom, I've been teaching this game all week. You're going to love it. It plays just like spades. It's called Zombie Princess. And that's about as far as I get before his facial expression turns from like interest to like, this guy's trolling me.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, it was so good just to get to talk to him, you know. And
yeah.
He's definitely a very approachable person, very fun to talk to. Yeah. That was probably one of my favorites. I had a few others, but yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, I remember that night because he came by our table as well. And it's late at night, or not quite late, but like it's after an 8-hour day demoing. We're playing this silly little game, like small box game that we just got. And Tom walks over and he's like, oh, what's this? We explain it. And he's like, that's it? And we're like, yeah, it's just a silly, like, in-between game. Like, why are you giving us beef, man? Like, leave us alone. I didn't ask you to come rank this. Like, you came with us. But
wow.
That's my friend Tom, man. He's
he's all our friends.
He's always, like, he's always in work mode. Oh, he's awesome. So, Ethan, what did you get into anything else besides all play stuff?
So I actually was very busy. I did several different workshops.
Oh, cool.
And I actually demoed or play tested several games that are coming out in the next month, year. One of them that I was very excited for that I had actually stumbled upon the day before Gen Con was Cass Entertainment is putting out a Final Fantasy board game. And I love Final Fantasy. It's one of my favorite game franchises of all time. So they were asking for playtesters on the actual Gen Con Facebook page. And I saw the post a little too late, was a little bummed, but I was determined to at least go to their booth and check it out. And I went Saturday morning before I was on my all play shift, and the group that was supposed to play test during that hour did not show up. So I actually did get to sit and play test it.
That's so awesome.
I got to give some feedback. I'm super excited about that game. It's going to be really cool. It's got some unique mechanics to it that I've not seen before. So I'm super excited for that one. And then I actually play tested or demoed 2 games that I've already supported on crowdfunding and are coming out in the next year or so. Both of those were really fun too. It was Elementary by Little Lanterns. And then
that looks good.
It's a lot of fun, and it's one of my favorite artists and game designers. So I had to.
They haven't missed. That. Yeah.
No. And then Garden Dragons by BA Games was actually really fun.
Yeah, I haven't got. Oh wait, I think I did get to see that one at Gamma.
That one, I loved the artwork. It was amazing, and the gameplay. It's not necessarily a hard and deep game, which for me is great because I've got 2 young kids at home that the oldest is starting to get into board gaming, and it's one she'd be able to pick up. So I'm really excited about both of those.
That's awesome. Yeah. My 1-year-old only eats the pieces right now. It's pretty lame.
They'll get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was
gamer. That's super cool.
Very busy during Gen Con.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Like that's one of my favorite things to do is like play test stuff that's not out. And I've got to play stuff that's just like on slips of pieces of paper. And, they're like, all right, here's my game. It's like, dude, this is a notebook. Like, it's like, but no, it's really cool. That's always a good opportunity. And another simple way to just like love people. It's just like, I'll play your game. I'll give you some feedback for free, but
normally it costs to get my feedback. That's why no one asks for mine.
Yeah, we know, Phillip. Yeah. We're trying to get you on the playtester group at LTN, and it's just too expensive for us.
I know.
I'm excited for those games because the ones I've already supported and they'll be coming in the future. I know how to play them now, so it'll be real easy to just pick it up and be like, here's how you play it.
It's like, how do you know this already?
Yeah.
I played this before it was cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you guys have any other like stories, like ministry wise? Philip, I know you do. I'm hoping you tell the same one that you told in our kind of like debrief meeting the other night. Because that was cool. But like, do you have any like just memorable moments that you can like tie back to? No, this is why I came. This is why I came on mission to Gen Con, not just attended. Philip, you were like nodding like you knew what I was talking about.
Do you want me to go? Do you want me to
go for it. Go for it.
All right. So I'm hoping I can find, because I got one more and oh well, I'm not going to be able to find it.
Okay.
So
I was gonna say if you got like 2 stories, you can share too.
I do have 2 stories. So maybe I can. I'm not going to find it. Not going to find it.
Okay.
So I'll do the one that you're referring to, and then I'll do the other one. So which I think you were present for the other one, but anyway. Okay. Here you go. So we were right across the aisle from Brotherwise Games, and they're of course they're demoing Super Boss Monster 2, and I actually really like the game a lot. I'm a big retro game nerd. I don't know if you can see all my retro stuff back there, but
yeah,
mostly Pokemon you can probably see back there. But anyway, so I was like, well, we're going to be looking at each other the entire day. I may as well get to know him. And so I went up to him, and I believe his name was Ryan, and told him how much I love Boss Monster, and so we just got to know each other. And every day at the convention, every morning, same thing. How's it going? Doing well? How's yesterday? Great. Whatever, every day did this until Sunday. Ryan wasn't there, but another gentleman was there. His name was Ethan. And so I just started back over the conversation, hey, my name's Philip. What's your name? Oh, I'm Ethan, and so I did ask him, hey, where's Ryan? What'd you do?
Yeah.
It was very much, hey, nice to meet you. How's it going? Sort of thing. Oh, we better get back. They're coming. So we get back to demoing. Well, anyway,
do you know were they with that publisher, or were they just like volunteers like us?
No. So Ryan had been working with them for over 2-3 years, maybe more.
Cool.
Yeah. So he actually, that's his employment. I don't know about Ethan. I can't remember what he said, but regardless, I couldn't find Ryan. And so, so the day goes on, we finish out, and just before we're about to close up, here comes Ryan. He wants to learn Warp 99. Nice. So I got to teach and play the very last game of Warp 99 with Ryan. Nice. And Ryan, if you're out there, you have an amazing beard, sir.
Dude, yeah, Ryan's a listener. Totally.
Yeah, for sure. We know.
But I love stuff like that because it's just so easy to like, say, hey, good morning, man. It's good to see you. Like, howdy, neighbor. And it's just like every morning. It's just so easy to do. And you're going to remember Ryan. He's going to remember you at the next one. Like whether that's Backs Unplugged or, like another one that they'll be at or next year at Gen Con. Like,
hope so.
I encourage people, go out of your way to go find those guys that you met the previous year. So don't forget Ryan.
I won't forget Ryan or Ethan, especially since another Ethan's with us right now.
Yeah. Ethan's like, I don't remember that at all.
I had one other really good story, and boy, if this is a real stab in the dark, but if they're listening, this would be awesome. I had a lot of fun with cosplayers that came to demo games at the Bezier Games booth. One person came dressed up as Ash, not Ash Ketchum, but Ash from like with the chainsaw for the arm. I forget the guy's played by Bruce Campbell. Can't think of the. It's not Dawn of the Dead, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
She wanted to play Haunted Mouse, and so she was like, "Hold my chainsaw." So I held this chainsaw made out of an Arizona tea thing, and where she could put her whole hand in. She's like, "You can put your hand in it too." I'm like, "This is awesome!" So I got a picture with it. That was so fun.
I feel like you got all the cosplayers at your tables because you had what are they?
The Shy Guys.
The Shy Guys. Yes. There's a picture of that on the socials.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I love that because they were in character the whole time.
Yeah.
Shy guys, they don't talk. I had a shy guy and a shy gal,
Yeah.
and their friends came too, and it was Mario and Peach. And so I had a Mario party at
Yeah.
the Warp 99 table, literally Mario Party.
Yeah.
And it was so much
Rainbow
fun.
Road.
Oh, literally, it was so much fun. But afterward, one of them handed me a little coin, a little 3D printed coin.
Oh,
That's what I was trying to find. I have it still. I
that's
will
cool.
keep it very close to my heart. So if you're listening, shy guy, shy
Yeah.
gal, thank you so much. That was a lot of fun.
That's cool. Yeah, Asia got like a little pin from one of the people she demoed to. And I like honestly, after the 5 years I've been doing this, I've never gotten anything from anyone when I'm like, I didn't know that was a thing. I've been missing out.
I was having a little collection. You probably did. You see my little roaming collection of things people were giving?
Yeah, no, I did, and I didn't know it was yours. And I was just like, dude, some guy demoed a game and left all his crap here.
All his crap. Yeah, I know.
I was like cleaning it up, and you're like, oh, sorry, that's mine. I'm like, oh, yeah. Good. I'm glad I didn't like throw it all away.
Yeah.
But no, I love that, and I think I had this thought previously, and now thinking of it, like if you're listening, help us brainstorm ideas. Like what's something, I mean, like LTN, we could make pins and pass those out when we demo games or something, or just like a little coin of some sort. Like I've seen people do the big challenge coins. That's cool.
What about lanyard ribbons or the badge ribbons?
Yeah, like we've passed out the lanyards. Like I usually have a couple of those on my bag and pass those out. But like, and then we used to do like stat cards. Like, so for people with, like in cosplay, it's like a stat boost, like +1 stat boost to your, to whatever you want. And then on the flip side, it just says like, you've got a super cool cosplay. Like, thanks for putting work into it.
I like that a lot.
So it's just like, then it's got Love Thy Nerd on it and they can find us that way. But it's just like little stat boosts.
Man.
So we need to bring those back, man.
Yeah.
We got to bring those back.
I would have ran out. There was so much good cosplay. Like, even though I wasn't able to go there for selfish reasons to all the Dungeon Crawler Carl events, I saw so many good Dungeon Crawler Carl cosplayers out there, both Carl and Princess Donna. And I even saw a Prepotente and a Imani. So good. I wish I could have gotten pictures with all of them, but yeah. I had a job to do.
Yeah, you did, and you did it. Mission accomplished.
By
golly. Ethan, what about you, man? Anything memorable? Like you said you're coming back, so there's got to be something.
Yeah. Just some of the conversations I got to have with the folks, especially during the evening all play events. Getting to know some of our other gamers. Mm-hmm. I got to actually talk a little bit about my story, how I got involved with Love Thy Nerd with one of our board game people, and that was really kind of cool. Because they, even though they were at an all-play event, they didn't really know a lot about Love Thy Nerd.
Yeah.
Other cool thing, I actually got to meet one of the TikTokers I've been watching for years, Jason Headley.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Jason Headley, he does a lot of all-plays.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I got to meet him in person. That was fun.
That's cool. Yeah. No, I love, like, a lot of my friends now are in the like board gaming content scene, and they're like you look up you know, like you're watching TikTok or whatever, you're like, man, that's like the coolest thing ever. And then you meet them and you're like, dude, you're just a regular person. Like I could hang out with you.
I am kind of bummed. I was supposed to meet up with Ryan from That's How I Roll.
Oh, yeah.
But I did not get a chance to. And I just saw him on TikTok and started following him. And I saw he's in, is it the Christian Board Gamers Discord?
Yeah, he's in the Christian Board Gamers Discord. He's in LTN. And yeah, we actually got to meet up with him. He just kind of got a small group together of like Christians in the board gaming scene, content creation scene, and just kind of like he read a passage of scripture, we discussed it for a little bit, and then just prayed together. And it was just like,
that's cool.
20 minutes, 30 minutes maybe. But it's super encouraging just to like see people in that circle of just like, man, you just never know like who's kind of doing the same thing, like stepping out in faith and like creating quality content, like that's reflective of, the glory of God, of, something beautiful. Like you put effort into something and people see that and want to hear more. And like, that's a lot of what we do. Like we want to show up into the booths and into the convention space and like do a good job, because that's what Jesus would do. So people like Ryan and Tom and all those guys, like they crush it, and it's really cool to meet them in person. So
I will say though, I fanboyed a little bit when Felicia Day walked by the Bezier Games booth.
That's okay. You're allowed.
Yeah, I was teaching Zombie Princess, and she walks by, and everyone's talking. I'm like, I don't mean to panic anyone, but Felicia Day literally just walked by you guys. They're like, huh? They're like, who's that? No, they didn't ask who's that. They didn't say that. But
like, hey, get back to work.
What?
Come on, Phillip. Don't get distracted.
Sorry. No. I didn't get to see Matt Dinovan or Jeff Hayes, though. Jeff Hayes is the voice actor of Dungeon Crawler Car audiobook, and Matt Dinovan's the author. I didn't get to see either of them, but they were definitely there.
You heard them.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, loved it. Hello, crawlers. Oh, I loved it.
That was a little bit uneasy for people that had no idea what was going on.
Had no idea. Like, we got to find the stairwell, everybody.
Am I going to die?
For the level collapse.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good.
Well, I'm so glad you guys came with us. Like, and I'm glad I got to like work pretty closely with you, Phillip. Ethan, like we're on opposite sides of the convention hall. Or like you're on the other flip side of the hallway. And but we got to hang out a little bit, and we've had a post hangout, and like I get to know you a little bit more, and I'm looking forward to next year Gen Con and future cons, whatever you decide to show up. Ethan, we're like somewhat close. If you're close to Gen Con.
Yeah, it's about 2 hours away from me. So
yeah, I'm about 2 hours away. I'm down south, southern Indiana.
You're out by that area.
Yeah, I'm sure our paths will cross again. But
no,
it's been a great pleasure to work with you guys. Thanks for being on the pod. Any like final words to convince somebody listening to hop on a LTN mission trip? I put you on the spot.
Do it. I mean,
do it.
Pray about it for sure. Pray about it for sure. But like, because if your heart's not in it, I don't take this the wrong way, but maybe wait. But if God opens that door for you, like God did me, you know, do it. Go and be everything that you pray to be, and for that person that needs you. You have no idea what everybody's going through. So if you can be that person, even just teaching a game, it's just teaching a game. That's all it is, if you can just do that and be kind and gentle about it, but, do a little trash talk from here to time to time, that's nothing wrong with that. That might be all that person needs. They might be having the worst day in the world, and you just brighten their day. That's all you can ask for, praise to God, if that happens.
Yeah.
For me, I'd say definitely pray on it first, but you never know how it's going to change even yourself. Like I said, I'm not a big people person. Being around people is exhausting to me, but I had some of the best 4 days that I've had in a long time being at Gen Con, teaching people how to play games.
Awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. One of my favorite things Bubba said on this trip was, we're busting up parking lots and kicking rocks. And what that means is, in the process of planting the seed and seeing fruit, sometimes like at the very beginning, there's hard soil, and you got to break that up and bring in good soil. So the seed can take and be watered and grown. And a lot of times we want to be the ones at the end of the process, like seeing the fruit, picking the fruit and rejoicing in that. But more often than not, we're there just tilling the soil, breaking up rock, kicking rocks. And it's part of the process, and it's just as important. So the next person, or like you eventually down the road, 3 Gen Cons from now, will have the opportunity to see that growth. So yeah, I'm so glad you guys came. Thanks for being a part of this. Thanks for being a part of this podcast. If you want to hang out with us, we're in the Love Thy Nerd Discord. We're on the Love Thy Nerd Facebook group and the Christian Board Gamers Facebook group. That's where a lot of these guys came from. On this trip, I didn't recognize over half of our team, which was awesome. But a lot of them came out of that group, and it's just really encouraging to see. So if you're unfamiliar with any of this stuff, Christian Board Gamers is a ministry of Love Thy Nerd. Love Thy Nerd exists to be the love of Jesus to nerds and nerd culture. And we're here just loving our nerdy neighbors. So thank you again for joining us. Thank you, listeners and watchers, for hopping in and just listening to what's been going on in nerd culture, what we're playing, experiencing, and all of that. Again, join in on the fun and share what you're experiencing by hopping in Discord, lovethynerd.com/Discord. Hop in the Facebook groups, either one, and just share what you've been up to. We'd love to carry on that conversation. Lots of stuff going on in our Discord right now. People are playing Board Game Arena. We've got a game night coming up in just about 2 weeks, so come out for that. Video games and board games will be played. We're doing a bracket right now, trying to figure out what the best superpower is and why is it teleporting. So don't argue with me. And then if you're listening to this, check us out on YouTube. We've got video. If you're watching us and driving, you should not be doing that. So listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. We're on the Glue Network. GLU stands for God Loves You, which is a network on all your Roku devices. So if you got a Roku TV or a Roku stick, just download GLU Network, and we're a channel on there, and you could just watch our content on repeat to your heart's desire. So we're like one of the higher ranked channels on there, which is pretty sweet. So check that out. If you want to come with us on a mission trip, just like Phillip and Ethan, lovethynerd.com/outreach. All of our upcoming shows are on there that you can join us for. PAX U is probably the next one you can sign up for. I'm probably going to be there, and I'd love to see you there. So go sign up there. If you want to volunteer with us, lovethynerd.com/volunteer. What do you know? And then if you want to partner with us financially, lovethynerd.com/partner. We'd love to do any 3 of those or all 3. That'd be great. But if nobody else tells you this, remember it's true. Jesus loves you, nerd. Bye-bye.
Yeah.